Hello, everyone. Yes, this is the secret about the Son that has been hidden from people, and I'm here to reveal it. The secret about the Son that many people, many Christians, many Muslims, many religious people have no idea about. I'm here to reveal to you that the Son was the very first thing that God created when He was about to create this world. Let us read the book of Genesis. Genesis chapter 1 from verse 1. It says, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Genesis chapter 1 verse 1 is a summary of the creation of this world, the heaven and the earth. And from verse 2, Genesis chapter 1 from verse 2, is explanation of how God created the heaven and the earth, which is this world. Verse 2 of Genesis chapter 1 says, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Now, before God created this world, everywhere was water. Water was everywhere, and everywhere was dark. There was darkness everywhere. There was no single light. Verse 3 of Genesis chapter 1, verse 3 says, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. Now, somehow, when people read Genesis chapter 1, verse 3, they think that somehow God created some different lights. God created some light that we don't know about. No. Genesis chapter 1, verse 3, when it says, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. Remember, everywhere was dark. And everywhere was full of water. Water was everywhere, and there was darkness everywhere. There was no single light. So Genesis chapter 1, verse 3, which reads, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. This is the creation of the Son. This is when the Son was created. Genesis chapter 1, verse 3 was the creation of the Son. And verse 4 says, and God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. Verse 5, and God called the light day, and the darkness He called night, and the evening and the morning was the first day. Now let me explain to you. Verse 5, and God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. What does that mean? The day is not the light. God called the light day. That means the bright part of the earth was called day. God called the bright part of the earth day. And the dark part of the earth, God called it what? Night. And the first evening and the first morning were the first day. Now let me explain something to you here. You see, when you read Genesis chapter 3, Genesis chapter 1 verse 3, it says, God said, let there be light, and there was light. That light was the sun, not some different light. Some people believe that there is another light that God created in Genesis chapter 3, in Genesis chapter 1 verse 3. No. The sun was the light that God created in verse 3. Let there be light. That was the creation of the sun. When the sun was created in verse 3, the sun began to shine. Then the counting of day and night started. You cannot count day and night without the sun. It is impossible for you to count day and night without the sun. If you can't, prove it. When the sun disappears from the sky, when the sun disappears from the side of the sky, what happens? You will be in darkness. You will be in darkness. Without the light of the sun in the sky, you cannot count day and night. And when the sun is not in the sky, what do you have? You have night. You have darkness everywhere. That is why the side where the sun is present on the earth will be in the daytime. It is the shining of the sun that brings about day. So the light that God created in Genesis chapter 1 verse 3 was the sun. The sun was the beginning of the creation of God as far as this world is concerned. Without the sun, in the sky, you cannot count day. You can't have day. It is the movement of the sun over the earth that brings about day. It is the presence of the sun in the world that causes day. The side of the world where the sun is present will be in the daytime, while the side of the world where the sun is absent will be in the nighttime. If you are in the daytime, know that there are other people that are in the nighttime. You are in the daytime because of the presence of the sun over your sky. You are in the nighttime because if you are in the nighttime, you are in the nighttime because the sun is not present in your sky. So it is the presence of the sun in the sky that causes day. That it is the brightness of the sun, the light shining from the sun, the light of the sun that brightens the earth. So the bright part of the earth, as a result of the light of the sun, is called day. So a day, according to the counting of the Bible, according to the counting, how God counts day, it is morning and evening. Morning and evening makes a day. So now, this is the secret about the sun. The sun is light. Now, when you come to verse 16 of Genesis chapter 1, it says, Genesis chapter 1 verse 16, it says, and God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. Pay attention. The sun, the moon, and the stars were not created in verse 16 of Genesis chapter 1. Genesis chapter 1 verse 16 is an explanation of the light that God created. The sun is the light that was created in verse 3. Let there be light. That was the creation of the sun. The sun was the very first thing that God created when he was creating this world. So, the sun is the light of this world. Without the sun in the sky, the whole world will be in darkness. Prove it if you can have a day in this world without the sun in the sky. It is impossible to have day without the sun in the sky. So the light that causes day, that brings about the day, is the sun. The sun was the very first thing that God created. This is the secret that many Christians, many Muslims, many religious people do not know. They do not know that the sun is the beginning of the creation of God as far as this world is concerned. And I'm going to prove it to you again. Now let us go back, let us go to Revelation. The book of Revelation, Revelation chapter 3. Revelation chapter 3, verse 14. Revelation chapter 3, verse 14. It says, and unto the angel of the church of the Laodiceans write, these things said the Amen, the faithful and true witness, the beginning of the creation of God. And many people, many Christians claim that the word Amen means so be it. But I'm here to tell you, the word Amen does not mean so be it. The word Amen is a name. Amen is a name. It does not mean so be it. It's a name for a thing. It's a name. And let me read this Revelation chapter 3 verse 14 again. And unto the angel of the church of the Laodiceans write, these things said the Amen. You can see Amen is speaking here. It's been personified here. This thing, write these things, set the Amen. Amen is speaking here. The faithful and true witness, the beginning of the creation of God. Now, a lot of people do not know what Amen is. The full name is Emera. Emera is the Egyptian sun god, is the name of the Egyptian sun god. Ra in Egyptian language means sun. The ancient Egyptians, they call sun Emera. So, because in the ancient time, people referred to sun as the beginning of the creation of God. That is what you see in the book of Genesis. chapter 1, verse 3, when God said, let there be light, that was the creation of the sun. That was when the sun was created. The sun was created before the sky was created. Because at the beginning, everywhere was water and everywhere was dark. There was no light anywhere. So the first thing God created was the sun, which is the light. Let there be light. That was the creation of the sun. And that is, after the creation of the sun began to shine, and the counting of days started. The first evening and the first morning was the first day. And if you go back to Genesis chapter 1, read verse 5, you will see that the first day of creation, only one thing was created. What was that thing? The light, which is the sun. Only the sun was created the first day. After the creation of the sun, then the counting of days started. You cannot count day and night without the sun. If you can, prove it to me. Without the sun in the sky, there is no counting of day or night. Without the sun in the sky, everywhere is darkness. Everywhere is dark. That is why you have night. Night is as a result of the presence, of the absence, Night, you have night. You are in the night. If you are in the night, you are in the night because the sun is not in your sky. If you are in the day, you are in the day as a result of the sun being present in your sky. The sun is shining in your sky. You have money as a result of the sun rising from the east. Then you have evening as the sun moving away from your part of the sky and moving to the other part of the sky or to the other part of the earth. What we call sunset. Sun does not really set. If the sun moves away from the part of the sky, it's moving away, going to the other part of the earth. When the sun crosses the equator from your side of the sky to the other part of the earth, that side we have the light of the sun. Why you begin to experience darkness? The sun never sets. The sun is always shining. If you are in the daytime, know that other people in the earth other people in the other part of the earth are in the night time. If you are in the evening time, know that other people in the other part of the earth are in the morning time as a result of the movement of the sun over the earth in the sky. So this is the truth. The sun is the beginning of the creation of God as far as this word is concerned. This is why Jesus is the personification of the sun. He is the aim. He is called Amen because he's the personification of the sun. The sun is the beginning of the creation of God. He is the Amen. The Amen, the name Amen is an ancient name, ancient Egyptian name, which the Egyptians used to refer to the sun. The full name is Emera. This is why today they ask you to end your prayer with Amen. It's an homage to the ancient name, to the sun. A lot of people are worshiping the sun without even realizing it because they do not have the knowledge of the truth. Go back to Genesis and study it. Because you cannot have day without the sun in the sky. You cannot count day without the sun in the sky. There is another thing you need to know about the sun. Without the sun, life on earth cannot survive. Human beings cannot survive without the sun. Plants and animals cannot survive without the sun. Do you know that it takes the animal, the plant, for example, the plant needs sunlight to produce their food. Do you know that? A process known as photosynthesis in science. Without sunlight, plants cannot produce food. Do you know that? So the sun is the light of the world. The sun does not only give the world light, it also gives life to the world. The secret of the sun is this. The sun was the very first thing God created when he was creating this world. That is why the sun is the one called the beginning of the creation of God. As far as the creation of this world is concerned, the sun is the beginning of the creation of God. He is the Amen. So Jesus is the personification of the sun. The full name, it is Emera. So this is the secret about the sun that they do not tell you. That so many Christians, so many Muslims, so many religious people do not know. The sun was the very first thing that was created when God was creating this world. Genesis chapter 1 verse 3, which says, and God said, let there be light. That was the creation of the sun. That was when the sun was created. As soon as the sun was created, the sun began to shine. Then the counting of days started. You cannot count day and night without the sun, without the presence of the sun. That is impossible. This is a fact. Thank you.